and welcome to another pick a card reading from me. This is going to be a topic on what blessings are coming into your life next. What good news is coming into your life next. And I have 4 piles for this. Once again, pile number 1 is this red carnelian. I don't know if focusing is going to make a difference. The red carnelian crystal. Pile number 2 is the ruby and zoisite crystal. Pile number 3 is the pink quartz crystal. Pile number 4 is the iolite crystal. Okay, so I'm going to choose a card for each pile. Let me see. So, Spirit, what blessings are coming into the life of pile number 1? What blessings are coming into the life of pile number 1? What blessings are coming into the life of pile number 1? All right, so you have number 40, spruce, masculine, North Mercury energy. Okay, so this is pile number 1. Pile number 2 for the ruby and zoisite people who choose the ruby and zoisite. What blessings are coming into their life next? Pile number 2, jasper, number 57, with the ruby and zoisite crystal. What blessings are coming into the life of pile number 3, the pink quartz crystal? What blessings are coming into the life of pile number 3 with the pink quartz crystal? Pile number 3, you have number 28, sweetgrass. What blessings are coming into the life of pile number 4, the people who will choose the iolite crystal? $59 east, a direction. All right. So these are the 4 piles that you can choose from. Take your time to choose, and I'm going to see you at your reading. Timestamps will be below in the video description. Thank you. So, welcome pile number 1. What blessings are coming into your life? This is the shuffling phase, and of course, I'm going to add timestamps so that you can skip to the actual interpretation. Okay, so Spirit, what can you tell me about pile number 1? What blessings are coming into their lives next? What blessings are coming into their lives next? Pile number 1. What can you tell me about pile number 1? What blessings are coming into their lives next? What blessings are coming into their lives, Spirit? What can you tell me about pile number 1 and what blessings are coming into their lives? What blessings are coming into their lives next? Tell me, Spirit. What blessings are coming into the lives of people who have chosen the red carnelian? I think I'm going to put this card here. Okay, one more out of this pile. So tell me, Spirit, what blessings are coming into the lives of the people who have chosen the red carnelian? Okay. So let's see. Okay, you have the Knight of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, I'm going to use a second deck now. Spirit, what blessings are coming into the lives of people who are going to choose pile number 1 with the red carnelian? Spirit, what blessings are going to come into the lives of the people who will choose number 1, the red carnelian? Spirit, what blessings are coming into the lives of the people who are going to choose pile number 1 with the red carnelian? What blessings are going to come into the lives of people who have chosen number 1, the red carnelian? Tell me what blessings are coming into their lives. What blessings are coming into their lives? Spirit, what blessings are coming into the lives of the people who have chosen pile number 1 with the red carnelian? What blessings are coming into their lives? The Knight of Wands, the Two of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, I'm going to clarify this Two of Swords. Can I have a clarification for this Two of Swords? Can I get a clarification for the Two of Swords card? What is this Two of Swords about? Okay. What is this Two of Swords about? Huh. Okay. So the first thing that I can see, very interesting, is that you have recently gone through a lot of heartbreak or a lot of disappointment. Most likely this can be in romantic relationships. It can be, but it's not the only option. Either it was in romantic relationships or it was a lot of people disappointing you, a lot of people maybe breaking your heart, stabbing you in the back, you feeling really disappointed with human interactions in general. And the promise that you have in the next chapter of your life is a new relationship with the Two of Cups. And look at this. Underneath the Two of Cups is the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like in the near future, you're going to experience a new romance, okay? And it's going to happen quickly. It's going to be fated. It's basically something you are meant to experience. And basically it will open a new perspective on life. You will become much happier than you were in the past. It's going to open new possibilities. It's going to open an entirely new perspective of the world and of life. It's interesting because you have the Five of Cups and then you have the Three of Cups underneath. So I feel like also part of the blessings that are coming your way, the good news that is coming your way, is going to be new friendships. can you see the irony of these two cards? Because in the Rider-Waite deck, the Five of Cups is that picture of people looking at the three. There's this person who is depressed and looking at the three cups that are have fallen over, and you know the substance is spilling out of them, and cannot see the two other cups that are behind him. And here underneath you have these three women celebrating, holding these three cups up. So it's like, basically the message here is that your cups are going to be filled in the near future. You're going to go from a place of feeling a lot of heartbreak, a lot of disappointment, feeling like you have missed the boat in some ways when it comes to being happy, especially in relationships, to being fulfilled once again, not just romantically, but you're going to be around people who make you happy, people that you can celebrate with, people who are on the same wavelength, your friends, your peers, your siblings, most likely. This is also a reminder for you to enjoy the little things in life. It shows that even though you may have long-term plans, it's really important for you to also enjoy all the little accomplishments that you do on a daily basis. It's basically about taking time off. It's a reminder, right? Enjoy the moment, carpe diem. Carpe diem. Okay, this is also with the Wheel of Fortune, because the Wheel of Fortune is kind of like a card that says, you know, enjoy what you have because it could be gone tomorrow. So that's something that I see. And also with the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands underneath. Wow. So, I mean, if you're a woman, this could literally mean that you might have two suitors. A person, or you're going to have one suitor that is kind of like a mixture between the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So a person who is very creative, imaginative, sensitive, most likely emotional, romantic, and also passionate, a go-getter. Basically a blending of fire and water in astrology. So this could be a person who has strong energies of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You're also just heading towards abundance, like with so many cups in your reading. I mean, it's predominantly cups, but also with, you know, look at all these pentacles at the end. I feel like you are going to be given emotional fulfillment, happiness. The Nine of Cups especially is a person who has all their cups full. Look at this woman in the beautiful garments, you know, looking all relaxed, not having a worry in the world. Nine of Cups is a card of abundance, okay? And here with the Two of Swords underneath, I feel like you're gonna have a choice to make. You're gonna have a choice to make between the Five of Pentacles and the Hierophant, which is interesting. So to me, the Five of Pentacles shows a lack mentality. You can choose to be a person who basically doesn't relate to other people, doesn't ask for help ever, okay? Wants to do everything themselves. Or this could be you choosing I mean, what comes to my mind, especially if you're a woman, is that this is like, maybe you are going to have to choose between happiness and sticking to your old mentalities, which might be holding you back. The Hierophant can show literally marriage. Can show, you know, in terms of relationships, it can show a promise of, even if it's not marriage, it's a long-term commitment. Okay, so you as a woman might have to choose between a long-term commitment that gives you stability and for the promise of happiness, and on the other hand, the Five of Pentacles, which is not necessarily a person, but basically choosing the struggle, maybe choosing to struggle on your own without relying on someone else. That's one interpretation. Another interpretation could just be you have to choose between reaching out to people, becoming this light to other people, becoming like a teacher, like an inspiration, or choosing to stay isolated without trying to reach out to people, without trying to seek out your tribe and, you know, teaching others the things that you have learned. Because with all the Cups energy, I feel like you're a person who has a lot of wisdom, a lot of intuition. You might be even gifted on a psychic level, on a very intuitive level, maybe not psychic, but intuitive. So you could be someone who's a natural, you know, psychologist, counselor, that kind of a person. But maybe there is a side of you that is either not confident or is not, most likely there's a side of you that's not confident enough that people want to hear what you have to say, or people have to hear your teachings. But I feel like the message here is that you have to become some kind of a guiding force towards other people. Teach them from your wisdom. It's also really interesting here with the Three of Swords, and underneath you have the Five of Wands. I feel like this is saying that whatever heartbreak you have gone through has made you kind of defensive and prone to conflict, maybe irritable, maybe it's hard for you to trust. And if that is the case, you're being encouraged to put yourself in the other person's shoes all the time. Whenever you feel like you're in a conflictual situation with a person, put yourself in the other person's shoes and try to see things from their perspective. And try to always keep your communication clear with other people. And that's going to bring you success in relationships, and could even be necessary for you to be open enough for the Two of Cups, for the new relationship that's going to come your way. Also with this, of course, with the Five of Cups, I definitely feel like you're, with the Three of Swords and the Five of Cups, they go hand in hand. So I feel like you're a person who has gone through some heartbreak, okay? And that definitely shows, like, you have become defensive. You have become maybe a little bit closed off. You don't look at the opportunities around you in terms of meeting new people, in terms of potentially having a new relationship. So that's definitely a message. Be careful not to, do not cry over spilled milk. That's like the message of the Five of Cups. And look at this, the reading ends with the Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles underneath. So I feel like you're looking towards a great financial situation. You're looking towards financial independence. This is irrespective of your gender. You know, I feel like you're a person who has worked really hard. You're a person who, you're very good at organizing your finances. You're good at saving money. And you don't like high risk endeavors. So when it comes to finances, when it comes to your career, you're probably the kind of person who, has planned a lot, and you have worked diligently to improve your financial situation. And eventually you will reach that point. I feel like that's part of the blessings that are coming your way, is that you're going to become the Queen of Pentacles, a person who is so abundant that she can afford to share with others. And this could be not just sharing with others, but this could be that maybe you will become a person who learns how to be financially savvy and even independent, and you can use that knowledge to teach other people how to do the same. Okay, so this is pretty much what I can say from the cards. Okay, now let me read the description for the spruce. Okay, number 40. So spruce, masculine, north, Mercury, earth. Okay, connected to the north direction, Mercury and earth energy. That's Pentacles energy. I am spruce. I am the evergreen of winter time. I am alive when there is no other life. My square needles honor the 4 seasons. My inner bark provides food. My roots provide medicines and cordage. I am in your cards to determine why you have restrictions, constraints, or limitations, and to help you remove them. Release control, let go of the pressure, relinquish the confines, and move on in the spirit of evergreen that sets you free. Okay, interesting. Release control. Let go of pressure. Wow. So, I mean, I feel like maybe this has more to do with this, the Wheel of Fortune. Like maybe you're a person who is really controlled, and that is what is keeping you from, you know, making the most of the opportunities around you. That's how I would interpret it. Like somehow you need to let go with the flow. You need to go with the flow, not let go with the flow. You need to go with the flow in order to access this Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Cups, which is the new relationship that is going to come your way. Okay, so this is pretty much what I can see for you. I hope you will find this useful. And if you have, please like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell to see when I will post a new reading. And also, if you're interested in a personal consultation, please email me at the email that I will leave in the video description. Thank you. So, hello pile number 2. If you have chosen the Ruby in Zoisite and this card, Jasper, this is your reading. So once again, this is the shuffling part, and I'm going to add timestamps so that you can skip it. So Spirit, what can you tell me about pile number 2, the people who have chosen the Ruby in Zoisite crystal? What can you tell me about pile number 2? What blessings are coming in their lives? What blessings are coming in their lives? Spirit, what blessings are coming in their lives? What good news is heading their way? What can you tell me about pile number 2? What blessings are coming in their lives? What good news is coming their way? What can you tell me about pile number 2? What blessings are coming in their lives? What blessings are coming in their lives? What can you tell me about pile number 2? The people who will choose the Ruby and Zoisite crystal. What blessings are coming in their lives? Tell me, Spirit. What blessings are coming in their lives? What blessings are coming in their lives? Spirit, what can you tell me about pile number 2? What blessings are coming in their lives next? What good news is heading their way? The people who have chosen the Ruby and Zoisite crystal. Okay, so that's 6. Let's see the cards. Okay, you have the Four of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Justice card. Okay. Wait, I have to check if this is actually the Justice card. I'm not that familiar with this, but I'm pretty sure it is. Yep, it's the Justice card. Okay. And now I'm going to choose from the second deck. So, Spirit, what can you tell me about pile number 2, the people who have chosen the ruby and zoisite crystal? Here is the crystal. What can you tell me about pile number 2, the people who have chosen the ruby and zoisite crystal? What blessings are coming in their lives? What blessings are coming in their lives? What good news is heading their way? Spirit, what good news is heading their way? What can you tell me about pile number 2? What blessings are coming in their lives? What good news is coming their way? What can you tell me about pile number 2, Spirit? What blessings are coming in their lives? What good news is heading their way? What can you tell me about pile number 2, Spirit? What blessings are coming in their lives? What good news is heading their way? Crap. What can you tell me about pile number 2, Spirit? What blessings are coming in their lives? What can you tell me about pile number 2? What blessings are coming in their lives? Okay. Okay, the Two of Swords. The Knight of Cups. Wow, you have 3 knights. The Knight of Swords. You have all of the knight cards. The Eight of Pentacles. The Moon. The Six of Pentacles. Okay, I'm going to need to clarify the Two of Swords. Okay, so, Spirit, please clarify the Two of Swords. Please clarify the Two of Swords. What does the Two of Swords refer to? What does the Two of Swords refer to in this pile? What does the Two of Swords refer to in this pile? What does the Two of Swords refer to? The King of Swords, the Devil. Okay, I'm going to clarify again. Clarify the Devil for me. Clarify the Devil card, please, for the second pile. Clarify the Devil card for the second pile. The Six of Wands. Okay, interesting. Clarify the King of Swords for me. Clarify the King of Swords. Clarify the King of Swords card. The Sun. Wow. Alright, some really strong messages here. I don't know if you can see them, but I'm going to get to that at the end. So you have the Sun. This is the King of Swords, the Sun, the Devil, and the Six of Wands. Let me try to push them up a little bit. All right, all right, all right. I'm going to leave the clarifications a little bit here. Okay. So, first of all, what I can see coming in your life soon, new beginnings, definitely. You're embarking on some new projects. A happy home life. A lot of Pentacles energy. This shows me that there's definitely a lot of opportunities coming your way with respect to professional development, making money. The Seven of Cups shows a lot of opportunities. In fact, so many that it's going to be difficult for you to decide because you're going to be attracted to a lot of things at the same time. You are pretty balanced energetically. Like, you have a lot of energy, a lot of strength. I feel like a lot of vitality. The Ace of Pentacles definitely shows some kind of a new beginning in career or with respect to finances. You're going to have some kind of new opportunities of making money, maybe a new job offer, maybe, of course, could be a new business venture, depending on, what line of work you are in. The Justice card is a card that shows you are meant for any kind of profession. I don't know if you can see it. It's here under the leaf. So the Justice card shows that you are especially favored, actually, if you are in some kind of a profession where you deal with the legal system. Like if you're a lawyer, if you're a counselor, if you're any kind of counselor, actually, not just in the legal field. Also, the Justice card just says that justice will be done for you. Or like there's going to be some karma, some balancing of karma happening. But since the Justice card, more than the Judgment card, has to deal with what you control and your actions and your attitudes, this is a reminder for you to always be careful to be fair in all your dealings. That, it's a reminder that what goes around comes around, that kind of thing. With the Six of Pentacles, you're definitely, I can definitely see, first of all, that you have been working diligently on something. And that something that you have worked on the most is going to start paying off significantly, to the point where you are going to reach this point where you are able to even share with the less fortunate. However, the Six of Pentacles doesn't just talk about you becoming so wealthy that you give away money or stuff. This is also about giving away your time and your knowledge with respect to finances. And since this comes under the Justice card, this could show that maybe there's some kind of a debt that is owed to you that you're going to be repaid. Or if you are the person who is owing something, you're going to be in a position where you have to pay it back. This especially refers to money, finances, but it could be anything in terms of karma. It could also be, and maybe this is just for, a small percentage of the people, but it could be that if you have been looking for a new business venture, a new opportunity, you might right now have the opportunity to teach courses about money management, or take a course in money management, or you're going to be some kind of a consultant, like a financial consultant. Or if you have been looking for a financial consultant, you are going to find a good one in the near future. Really interesting, because you have the Ace of Pentacles and you have the Moon. The Moon card is basically a card that shows there might be some lack of clarity in your judgment. The Moon card has to deal with the border between the conscious and the subconscious mind. So it could be that past experiences are clouding your present judgment. And the moon card speaks of illusions. Also, and I know this is a blessings, but since the message came out, I have to also look at this potential interpretation because it comes in connection to the Seven of Cups. This warns you against getting your hopes up too high with respect to something that you are really throwing yourself into. Something that, I don't know, you feel is a huge opportunity. You're throwing yourself headfirst into it, but it might, you may not see things clearly, or you may not, follow through. You may not be able to follow through because you're not really planning that carefully as you should be planning. With all the Knight cards showing up, like I said, there's a balance of energy in your, let's say, in your chakras, or connected to astrology, you could be a person who has like a good balance between all the four elements, between water, air, earth, and fire. But it could also be like your biorhythm, like maybe your biorhythm on all levels is really high right now. In the near future, I would say give this about 3 months. That's about like a good time frame for any reading, general reading. The Four of Wands shows that you're going to have a good home life. You're going to have, like I mentioned, so things are going to be good at home. You're going to have a good, stable family life, even if you are not married, or you don't have children of your own. This could just be your family of origin. Connection to the family of origin will be very good, or you will be with like-minded people, your soul family, who is people who are going to be near you, and you're going to feel like you can have a family with them and rely on them. And also the Four of Wands, in connection to all this, all the other cards, definitely shows that you might get some kind of really good remote work opportunity, like some kind of a job that you can do from home. Either it's a job that you can do from home, that's very likely with the Ace of Pentacles, or it could be something to do with real estate. Like if you have been seeking to sell a property or to move into a new place, there will be some kind of a good opportunity showing up your way. The Two of Swords, maybe the Two of Swords is the key to the moon as well. Because the moon shows some kind of an inner conflict. And usually when I get the moon, I tend to recommend people to, I know this sounds really kind of blunt and maybe a bit presumptuous, but, to see a therapist, or to, at the very least, do some introspection yourself. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that you should, see a professional, but maybe you yourself can do some meditation. You should, focus more on analyzing yourself, maybe looking at the past mistakes, trying to spot patterns of behaviors that might be holding you back. In any case, the moon basically shows some kind of a blind spot in your consciousness. So because of that blind spot, you might be, again, this leads me to this, like full heart, maybe rushing in too quickly into things that seem to be a good opportunity, but may actually not be good opportunities, okay? So I can feel like you're about to have some kind of a breakthrough with all the Knights here. You're going to have some kind of a breakthrough in something that you have worked for diligently. If you have not worked diligently towards your passion, I feel like the cards are saying this is a good time to start thinking about that, and maybe working through your moon situation, working through what is holding you back, and maybe keeping you in limbo, in a state of confusion. But yeah, let's look at the Two of Swords situation here because it's really interesting. So the Two of Swords generally shows indecision or crossroads. And here are your choices here. The Devil, explained by the Six of Wands, and the King of Swords, explained by the Sun. So I feel like you have a choice here. Look what this is telling you. So you can be, this is so clearly, you know, illustrated that I can't even. I mean, really, it's clearly illustrated. So the devil, what is the devil? The devil is a person that gives into their base instincts, okay? This is a person who does not have very good self-control. A person who is driven by lust, by immediate gratification. A person who maybe has all kinds of vices, all kinds of maybe even addictions, whether they are literally substance addictions or they could be addictions to all kinds of things. Let's be real. I think a lot of people are addicted without necessarily going to AA meetings. You know, it could be addicted to Netflix or addicted to video games, you know, etc., etc. So anything that is basically just keeping you in limbo and keeping you distracted from your true purpose in life, okay? So you have a choice between going down this path, which is interesting because it's explained by, and here, this really reflects the situation underneath, actually, with the Seven of Cups and the Knight of Swords, if you can see. The reason I say this is because the Seven of Cups shows basically things that look like opportunities, but you know, they fall into the category of not all that glitters is gold. So you're basically driven by a desire to succeed, and that basically leads you to the devil side. Okay, so maybe because of your desire to succeed, you feel like you're putting too high expectations on yourself, and that causes you to constantly feel disappointed, and that constantly leads you to addictions and escapism of all forms. That's one way to look at it. But if you choose the King of Swords path, which is a person who is very rational, does not leave anything to chance, you know, is basically a person who's very intellectual, is logical, plans ahead. You know, basically this is like a Zen master. You know, the King of Swords is like a Zen master. You know, nothing can faze him. He knows who he is. He knows what he wants. He knows how to get it. A person who's in control of his senses. And the motivation for this is the sun. And you know what the sun stands for? It's like your purest nature. So basically the way that I would read it is the path for you to reach your inner purest nature is by choosing this path of rationality and self-control. That's how I would interpret it. This is like basically the sun deals with the energy of childhood, Leo, you know, the heart chakra, so what your heart desires, who you truly are deep inside. So it's really interesting. Wait, I'm going to clarify the moon card because I want to... Spirit, can you please clarify the moon card? Please clarify the moon card for me. Can you please clarify the moon card? Can you please clarify the moon card? Please clarify the moon card. It's the Eight of Cups. Huh. You have gone through some kind of failures in the past and some kind of disappointments that are now holding you back. Like, this is the Eight of Cups is a card of emotional heaviness. You're carrying a lot of baggage. Let's see. Spirit, can I get one more card to clarify the moon card? Clarify the moon card. Okay. It wanted to come out. It wanted to come out. The Page of Swords. Interesting. The Page of Swords, which is the first step for the King of Swords. I mean, to me, it's like you were at some point enthusiastic, maybe threw yourself, because, again, you threw yourself maybe head first, because the imagery, I mean, there's a lot of swords here too. The imagery has to deal with the Knight of Swords as well. Maybe you threw yourself into some kind of opportunities in the past that led you to a lot of disappointment. Because, I mean, look here, the eight of cups is reflecting the moon. So I feel like you're stuck in limbo on account of past failures. And I feel like the message is stop looking towards the past. Don't allow the past to define you. And don't think that just because you have failed at some point. I mean, the Eight of Cups clearly is a card that says just let go. Whatever it is, you know, holding you back, whatever is draining you, whatever you're mulling over, you have to let go. You have to accept the fact that the past is the past and you cannot change it. There's no point in living with regrets. And the best thing you can do from the past is to learn from your mistakes and then start over. I feel like that's the message here. Okay, so this is pretty much what I can say from the cards. Now, let's see what the description for this Shaman Wisdom card says. Let's say Jasper, number 57. First of all, I'm going to say that these rock cards show people who are basically innate teachers. And number 57, Jasper, feminine hand chakra, brown air. I am Jasper. I am the stone of loyalty and friendship. I offer cleaning, clearing, healing, and protection from negative or dark forces. I facilitate relaxation, contentment, serenity, and gentle endings through nurturing, warmth, and compassion. I am the stone of accomplishments, of doing things with your hands and your head. I enhance your abilities to organize and your skills to make your business and your life grow. I feel like this is like the King of Swords energy reinforced. Be appreciative of Mother Earth, home from which we are born. I am rubbing stone. Okay. So basically, again, it reinforces, I feel, especially the Eight of Cups. Like it was something about I am healing and protection. I am gentle healing. So I feel like there's something definitely holding you back and you need to analyze it. But in terms of blessings, I mean, everything that I said, of course, still stands. You're most likely going to get some opportunities, especially with respect to career. But here's the thing, like, you need to also sort this out in order to be happy, in order to have a clear head, and to make the best decisions in the future. And not get stuck in this devil card. You know, the vices and stuff. So this is it. This is what I can say about your reading, and I hope you have found it useful. And if you have, please do not forget to like and subscribe and hit the notifications bell to see when I will post a new video with a new reading. And also, if you're interested in a personal tarot reading, please email me at the email that I will leave in the video description. Okay, thank you. So, hello pile number 3. If you have chosen the rose quartz crystal, this is your reading, and this sweet grass card. So this is the shuffling bit. Once again, I'm going to add timestamps so you can skip to the actual reading. So, Spirit, what can you tell me about the people who have chosen pile number 3? What blessings are coming their way? What can you tell me about the people who have chosen pile number 3, the rose quartz? What blessings are coming their way? What good news is going to come their way? Spirit, what can you tell me about the people who have chosen the rose quartz? What blessings are coming their way? Spirit, what blessings are coming in the way of pile number 2, the people who have chosen the rose quartz? The people who have chosen the rose quartz, what good news is coming their way? What message do you have for them, Spirit? Spirit, what can you tell me about pile number 3, the people who have chosen the rose quartz? What good news is coming their way? What good news is coming their way, Spirit? The people who have chosen pile number 3 with the rose quartz crystal. What good news is coming their way? Okay. The 3 of Swords. The Empress. The 9 of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles. The 8 of Cups. The 4 of Wands. Okay. Now let's see the second deck. Spirit, what can you tell me about pile number 3, the people who have chosen the rose quartz crystal? What good news do you have for them? What blessings are coming their way? What message do you have for them? This came out. Spirit, what message do you have for pile number 3, the people who have chosen the rose quartz crystal? What message do you have for them? What good blessings are coming their way? What good news? What message do you have for them? Spirit, what advice do you have for pile number 3, the people who have chosen the rose quartz? What advice do you have for them? What message do you have for them? These 2 cards together. All right. The Page of Cups, the 2 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, the Fool, and the 5 of Swords. Wow, so you have a rough pile, number 3. I mean, a lot of negative cards here. I'm not going to beat around the bush. Okay, but let me start with the good news. What messages, what blessings? First of all, can I just say that I can see that you are really tired. You have worked really hard. You're ending a chapter. I mean, look at these 2 cards. This one as well. You're definitely really ending a big chapter in your life. Let me see something. Spirit, clarify the Fool card for me. Okay. The Queen of Wands. Spirit, clarify the 5 of Swords for me. Clarify the 5 of Swords for me. Clarify the 5 of Swords for me, please. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Okay. I don't know if you can see them. Okay, so you have the Fool clarified by the Queen of Wands and the 5 of Swords clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. There is something that you have put a lot of work on. Like if you're a woman, maybe you're a mother and you're tired. This is really specific, but maybe you are a person who is really being disappointed in love. And especially if you're a woman, maybe you're a single mother. Like, the reason I say this is because you have the Three of Swords and right after the Empress, which is about nurturing in general, but she's holding a baby and she has a cat. And then there's the Strength card and the Page of Cups, which is like new beginnings. The Page of Cups makes me feel like may you have listened to some person who has sold you illusions. A person who maybe promised you romance or something, but really did not follow through. But in the process of heartbreak, you have discovered your strength. Or after the heartbreak, after the pain was over, you have discovered a lot of strength. It's interesting. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised if you have a strong sun in your astrological chart, or if you have a lot of Leo energy. Personally, I follow the sidereal zodiac, but whichever works for you. I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case, because look, you have the strength with this woman who's basically taming the lion, you know, like it's a little cat. And then you have the Queen of Wands, which to me, the Queen of Wands is Leo energy, the King of Wands as well. The Queen of Wands, and then you have the Empress again. Look, the black cat is repeated. So maybe you actually have a black cat, or you have a cat. But that's not the point. Like, I feel like deep down you are meant to, I mean, look at this, the new beginning, the Fool card. So there's again emotional heaviness with the Eight of Cups. You are rising above the crowd here. Look at this card. You're rising above the crowd with the Eight of Cups. Like, the Eight of Cups generally is, this for some reason makes me think of the resurrection, but I know that's blasphemy, so I'm gonna shut up about it. But it just, that's what it makes me feel like. Okay, she's not exactly holding her arms out in a cross shape, but that's what it makes me feel like. I mean, if you come from a Christian background, you probably remember some paintings that kind of showed, you know, Jesus being lowered from the cross like that over the followers. So in any case, this is a card that shows long suffering, emotional heaviness, okay? And then there's a new beginning with the Fool card. Clearly there's a new beginning. There's renewed enthusiasm, renewed belief, renewed sense of joy. Look at the yellow here and the sun. And if you know, in the Rider-Waite deck, the Eight of Cups is with the moon in the background. So it would have been an even starker contrast between seeing, you know, the night with the moon in the background and then the sun coming out. Literally, the sun comes out after your long, dark night. And then you become the Queen of Wands, which is a person who is independent, passionate, confident, knows who she is, has energy, has the know-how. And even if she doesn't know everything, she has the confidence that she can learn whatever she needs to learn. And after that, you have the Four of Wands, which is a happy home life. What's interesting here is that you have the Five of Swords underneath. So that there's so many cards in your spread that just show a painful ending of some sort. I would say most likely to do with romance because of the Three of Swords. But you have the Three of Swords, the Nine of Wands, the Five of Swords that shows a painful defeat. Maybe this person, if you are in the situation where a person has given you heartache, you were cheated on, you felt betrayed, maybe because of the Five of Swords energy here. Another interpretation could be that even if you managed to make the relationship work for a while, you felt like you were giving away too much of yourself. Like, you felt like it was a hollow victory, so eventually you just had to let it go. But what's interesting here is that the Wheel of Fortune again reinforces fixed energy. Because if you look at this card, in the corners, there's a symbol for each one of these symbolize one of the 4 fixed signs of astrology. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. So you probably have like some strong fixed energy, most likely Leo, I would say. But aside from that, the Wheel of Fortune is quite simply telling you what goes around comes around, on the one hand. And on the other hand is like nothing is permanent, okay? Everything is constantly changing. Whatever you have today, you may not have tomorrow. And it's kind of like, you know, but whatever the situation that you are going through right now, this card showing up shows that you are looked after. There's some kind of a divine plan to whatever you have gone through. It's not a coincidence. This card, more than anything, has to deal with divine law, divine judgment, because of the word, it's, I think, Torah written on it, which is, I think, as far as I understood, it means law. And it's from Judaism. It's something like the law of God. I don't know exactly, because I'm not from a Jewish background, but you know, as far as I understood, it means the law, something to do with the laws given by God. So there's like a divine there's a divine order behind whatever pain, whatever defeat you have gone through. And after all these, I feel you reach the 4 of Wands, which is a happy home life. And not just the happy home life, but the 4 of Wands is about celebration. It's about happiness. This card may not look particularly jovial, but that's what the 4 of Wands is about. You know, it's about celebration, happiness, being emotionally fulfilled, being fulfilled on every plane, spiritually. Just happiness, okay? That's what it means. Another thing that I can say is you have the Ace of Pentacles. And again, the Ace of Pentacles after the 4 of Swords, which again shows a new beginning. Like professionally, a new beginning. You're going to have a new start with your finances. Your finances are going to improve. You're potentially might get a new job as well. This is in the near future. I would say give it 3 to 6 months or so. The 4 of Swords, though, says that you are required to take some time off. It's telling you that you need to take some time off to heal yourself, to how should I put it, process your hurts, okay, before you move on to the next chapter of your life. You need to purge all the negative in your life, basically. And again, with the 4 of Swords, this is really interesting. Like, I mean, worst case scenario, this could even show bereavement. Because there's a theme here of like women and children and ascension. And this is a knight that shows like he is dead, which most likely, I mean, he looks like he's holding his hands up in prayer, but you don't really know what is going on there. Like, is he might be potentially passed away. And if you look here in the window painting, there's a woman and a child. Almost as if to say that this knight was laid to rest and there are these people mourning him or waiting for him to return. I mean, I know this sounds really dark, but this is a potential message. But in any case, that whatever has happened in the recent past, it was something that was really painful. And that's going to change in the near future for you. You're going to have definitely a new beginning, definitely some new opportunities professionally. You might even, see, here's the interesting part. You might be pondering leaving your comfort zone. But you will reach that point where you are actually going to want to leave because of the Fool and the Queen of Wands. Like, maybe right now you're still in that phase of pondering. but you are definitely looking towards the horizons and thinking that you want more out of life. This could even potentially show travel, that you are thinking about travel. But with the Four of Wands, it's interesting because this card came out in another pile. I don't remember. I think the pile number 2. But I think also the Ace of Pentacles. So if you are drawn to pile number 2, you might want to watch that. But with the Four of Wands, this just shows that you might be given an opportunity to work from home or something to do with real estate. You might be successful in something to do with real estate, or like interior decoration, real estate in general. Or you might be getting into a new place. You might be moving into a new place. And with the Nine of Wands, this shows me that this is why I said potentially maybe this is showing that you are a single mother or a single parent. Because this shows a person who is swamped with responsibilities. They are tired, they're doing everything themselves, either because they don't want to or because they just don't have anyone to help them out. And this is why the Four of Swords phase is required for you to rest a little bit. And another blessing that is definitely going to be coming is just the fact that you're going to discover how strong you are, whatever the situation may be, because of the Strength card. And also your ability to be nurturing, to be a rock for other people. This could be, even if you're not a mother, you could be a mothering figure. You could be, even if you're a man, you could be a very nurturing, dependable person that, you know, other people lean on when the going gets tough. But the problem out of this is that you might be taking on too many responsibilities, or people are dumping their emotional problems on you, and that is taking a toll on your health mentally and emotionally because of the Eight of Cups as well. So I feel definitely there's a message here that you need to rest, and that there is divine protection, and that definitely a big blessing is you're going to have more opportunities. You're going to have more opportunities with respect to everything, basically, because the Four of Wands is spiritual fulfillment. So this shows happiness on an emotional, financial, professional plane, everything, okay? And, okay, let me see the description for your Native American Wisdom card. Okay, so 28 Sweetgrass. Connected to feminine, north, sun, air. Sun, again. So you must be a Leo, or like you have sun in the first house or something, or sun is really strong. Okay, I am Sweetgrass. I travel to the great spirit, Father Sky. I call in all that is good. I am your guardian. Use me to expand your abilities to communicate your intentions to others. My sweet smoke elevates you from the physical to the spiritual, from the profane to the sacred, from the ordinary to the exceptional. My pleasant aroma relieves stress and reduces anxiety. I am aromas, I am dreams. Okay. So, clearly there is a message. Feminine, north, sun, air. Air is swords energy. There is a message clearly that you need to work on your anxiety, which is something that I feel confirmation for what I have already said. So, yeah, that's definitely a strong message here. And also that your strength is creativity, I feel, because if you are a person who has strong fire, Leo energy, you are a very creative person. And in the future, you're going to become this Queen of Wands, I would say in the near future, the not too far future, let's say. You're going to become this Queen of Wands, Queen of my castle kind of energy. And you're going to build a really stable castle, like a fortress for yourself, where you're going to feel secure and happy and surrounded by all the right people. And I feel like the message, another message here is just that you have to go through the backstabbing and the betrayals and the endings for you to really appreciate the real deal when it does happen. Okay, so this is what I could see in your reading, and I hope you have found it useful. And if you have enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell to see when I will post a new video with a new reading. And also, if you're interested in getting a private tarot reading, please email me at the email in the video description. Okay, thank you. So pile number 4. This is your reading if you have chosen this Iolite crystal and this card over here. And this is going to be the shuffling bit. I'm going to leave the card aside and I'm going to read the description for the card at the end. It's an oracle card from the Shaman Wisdom cards. Okay, and I'm gonna put timestamps in case you want to skip the shuffling. So, Spirit, what can you tell me about pile number 4? What can you tell me about pile number 4? What blessings are coming their way? What blessings are coming in their lives? What blessings are coming in their lives? Spirit, what can you tell me about pile number 4? What blessings are coming in their lives? What blessings are coming in their lives? What can you tell me about pile number 4? What blessings are coming in their lives? What blessings are coming in their lives? What can you tell me about pile number 4? The people who have chosen the Iolite crystal. What blessings are coming in their lives? What blessings are coming in their lives, Spirit? What blessings are coming in their lives, Spirit? What can you tell me about pile number 4? What blessings are coming in their lives? What blessings are coming in their lives? Okay. What blessings are coming in their lives, Spirit? What blessings are coming in their lives? Actually, this one I wanted to come out as well. What blessings are coming in their lives, Spirit? What can you tell me about pile number 4? What blessings are coming in their lives? You have the Hermit. You have the Strength card. You have the 8 of Wands. The 4 of Swords. The 7 of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles came out in 3 piles, I think. Okay. Let me look at the second deck. Spirit, what can you tell me about pile number 4? The people who have chosen the Iolite crystal. What can you tell me about pile number 4? The people who have chosen the Iolite crystal. What blessings are coming in their lives? What message do you have for them? What blessings are coming in their lives? What message do you have for them, Spirit? What message do you have for them? What blessings are coming in their lives? What message do you have for them? What blessings are coming in their lives? What message do you have for them, Spirit? What can you tell me about pile number 4? What message do you have for them? What blessings are coming in their lives? What message do you have for them, Spirit? What message do you have for them, Spirit? What message do you have for them? What message do you have for them, Spirit? What message do you have for them, Spirit? Okay. The Nine of Swords. The Nine of Wands. The Temperance. The Four of Wands. The Four of Wands came out again, I think, in 3. The Four of Cups. And the Sun. Okay. Okay, clarify this, clarify this, clarify the Nine of Swords for me, clarify the Nine of Swords for me, clarify the Nine of Swords, clarify the Nine of Swords. Oh my God. The Tower. All right. Clarify the Tower for me. Clarify the Tower for me, Spirit. Clarify the Tower for me, Spirit. Oops. Clarify the Tower for me, Spirit. Clarify the Tower for me, Spirit. Clarify the Tower. Six of Swords. Okay, fine. Clarify the Nine of Wands, please. Clarify the Nine of Wands. Clarify the Nine of Wands, please. The Wheel of Fortune. All right. So, you have the, look at these cards, oh my God. You have the Hermit, and underneath it, the Nine of Swords, and underneath it, the Tower, and underneath it, the Six of Swords. So you have gone through a lot, like a lot. I don't know, there's a lot of heaviness in these piles, like especially the last two. So if you were drawn to pile 3, maybe look at that one as well, because there's some similar cards as well. Like, you have gone through a lot. Like, especially recently, I feel like you've gone through a Tower moment. You've lost something. Like, you're forced to leave a situation. You were forced to leave a situation, maybe in a, gosh. You've lost relationships. You feel alone. You feel isolated. And you are fraught with anxieties. Like, holy crap. Okay, but this is the past, or the soon to be past. If this is still you, it's not going to be for long. In any case, I can definitely see that you've been through a lot. And also the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands, I think, and the Wheel of Fortune also came out, and the Strength. I think they all came out in for pile number 3 as well. And the Four of Wands. I'm pretty sure. And the Sun, I think. Or the Sun came out for number 2. I don't remember. But, yeah. I mean, I feel like the blessing in disguise that is definitely going to come into your life, or has already come, is the fact that you are really learning your strength now. You have found out that you are much stronger than you imagine. You're tired. You have fought many battles. You are defensive. You had to be alone. You had to stand alone, maybe completely isolated with little to no support. And this message showing up is telling you that this is all part of a divine plan. The Wheel of Fortune, with the word Torah on it, which stands for God's divine law or something like that. Again, I mentioned I'm not from a Jewish background, so, but I know it's something to do with God's laws, I think. So it's like the message is that whatever you have gone through recently that has really tested you is part of a higher plan. It's part of a higher design. This shows that you are being protected, that you are being looked after. And once again, I feel like you're someone who potentially has strong Leo placements, just like I think pile number 3. Because you have the sun, you have the strength with the lion, and also the Wheel of Fortune has the 4 fixed signs. It has Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius represented in the corners of the card. So you're a person who has, which are also called in astrology the power signs. Okay, so you are a person with a lot of inner strength. A lot of inner strength. Also number 8, which in numerology is considered the most powerful number. Okay, like you're gonna be rising like a phoenix from the ashes. That's how I feel, especially with the Tower card here. Like with you, I feel like it's going to be something quite eye-catching. The fact that you're going to go through some kind of a transformation. I mean, and also with the 8 of Wands and the Temperance, this shows that energetically the path is clear for you. Okay, so this shows that whatever you focus most of your energy on, you're going to get more of. So be careful what you focus on. And also you have the number 8 twice here. So I feel like the message here is that your fate is in your hands. And you're starting to recognize that. That's going to be the blessing. If you don't feel this way, you're going to feel this way pretty soon. You're going to start taking control of your life. But the Temperance card is telling you that there's a long road ahead. With this crown here, if you see this, like, I don't know if you can see this. I'm guessing you can see it. There's a long winding road that goes through the mountains, and on top of it is a crown. This is telling you that you are at the beginning of a long journey, but it will be worth it. Also with the Four of Swords showing up here, you are required to take some rest. This is telling you that in the near future, give or take 3 months, is probably not the best time for you to make some kind of a life-changing decision, because you need time to process the past. Most likely, what here, the anxiety, the Tower moment, the situation you've had to leave. This card also shows that you are leaving troubled waters and heading for calmer, cleaner waters. So whatever has happened in your life, it has tested you to the max, but now you are slowly heading towards better circumstances. I feel like whatever you have gone through, like I mentioned, has left you feeling alone, or feeling like you have to be alone, like nobody understands you. Nobody understands what you've gone through. If the Tower moment expressed by the cards was a physical thing, like a job or something, you lost a job, or I don't know, it could be a million things, something external. You maybe lost an apartment, worst case you were homeless or something. Like, then it will be like you felt materially that nobody cared. You went through obviously a lot of anxiety and all that, but if this hasn't happened to you externally, it's just you coming to some kind of a realization that you have to leave something. You had to leave maybe your old self behind. Maybe you had to leave your old, friendships, people that you trusted, and you had to move on, and that has led you to a phase of being very anxious right now, to the point where you are losing sleep over it. But the message of the Hermit tells you that you are required to go through introspection. You are required to go through right now a period of shutting out the world around you, because you need to figure out, you need to get back to your true self, your higher self. And look at this, after the Four of Swords, there's a Four of Wands. So I feel like after you process all the stuff that you are meant to process, all the stuff you're meant to go through, you're going to reach a point. And you also have a lot of fours here. So maybe the fourth house in astrology could be very important for you. Like, again, this could be real estate. This could be something like you're going to get maybe even an inheritance in terms of a property, in the form of a property, or it could be like a vehicle that you're going to inherit. Also, the home base is going to become very important. Maybe you're going to move to a nicer neighborhood, a nicer home. If you're working in real estate, you're going to have a lot of good business happening. Seven of Wands as well. Yeah, you are really defensive. The main blessing here is that you are giving, the main blessing that you are being given, that I can see for sure, aside from anything materially, it could be that you're also going to be blessed in the fourth house. You're going to have some kind of a celebration. This could also be like a wedding. Maybe at the very least you're going to attend a wedding. You're going to celebrate with, you know, at least some people that you really care about, that make you feel at home. Maybe your family. But the main blessing you're going to get is yourself. You're going to, at the end of this period, I would say roughly, you know, give or take 3 months from now, you're going to, or maybe more than 3 months, depending on what your situation is, but you're going to become your true self again. You're going to get in touch with who you were meant to be from the beginning. And this is going to sound like, well, no, never mind. I wanted to say something, but then I was like, no, forget it. But yeah, I feel like you are going to be, you know, at the end of this phase, you're going to go through a renewed phase of joy, of creativity. You're going to get in touch with your old creative tendencies, like maybe that have been dormant for a long time. You're going to get in touch with your inner child more, with the part of you that was happy for the sake, or the part of you that did things just because you enjoyed doing them and not because you wanted something in exchange. This could even show a child, like for those of you who have, you know, maybe you're dealing with things like infertility and stuff, or have really tried to have a child. I feel like this could even be like a pregnancy or a child, or a good relationship with your child. But you're going to get increased finances, and that's going to be a new job that's going to make you happy, most likely something to do with creativity, maybe working with kids as well, something like a teacher, counselor, any kind of profession where you are guiding others actually, but especially working with kids could be a thing. But look at this, the Seven of Wands, and underneath the Four of Cups. I feel like this is a message for you to be careful not to turn away opportunities because you're too defensive. I feel like because of the bad experiences depicted by the other side of the spread, because of the bad experiences that you have gone through recently, you might have become so closed off that you no longer want to open up to new opportunities. and that can keep you stuck, that can keep you in limbo. So I feel like there's a warning here, on the one hand, to be careful not to become too defensive, to feel like everyone is out to get you. But on the other hand, there's a message that you have to become very clear about what it is that you want out of life. Okay, so this is also a card to me that shows boundaries. Boundaries and definition. To me, it's like you putting your foot down and saying, no, these opportunities are in accordance to my 5-year plan, and the rest of them are not, and I'm not going to waste my time on something that does not match my vision for myself or my life. And that is going to lead you to a new beginning when it comes to finances, to profession most likely, and happiness. And also I feel like your strength is in blending something. This could also be a message that you need to be out in nature more. This could even be a message that maybe you are meant to work somehow with nature, with animals. Maybe also because of the strength card depiction. But even if you don't want to work with animals, I feel like there is a message here that you might draw strength from being in natural settings. And that you are a very creative person, and you need to learn to trust your creativity and your intuition. And this could, I feel like potentially the blending of two different lines of work is going to bring you success. So it could be that maybe you're going to come up with, I don't know, some kind of innovative way to blend, I don't know, for instance, two fields that have normally most people would say have nothing to do with one another. Like, let's say tarot with, I don't know, something else, something that is very left-brained. Something like a STEM field. I don't know how you would blend them, but something like that. Let me give you an example, okay? Just as an example, as a vague example, but something like that. Like, I feel like the Temperance is showing you that you're going to be able to bridge something, two different fields, or two different, on a grand scale, it could be two different fields. On a smaller scale, on a private scale, it could be that you're going to be able to blend different areas of your life, okay? Maybe your hobbies with your professional life. You're going to find that, you're going to turn maybe a hobby into a side hustle, or whichever the situation. But I also feel like that your strength is to connect people, from maybe even different backgrounds. So this makes it especially important for you to not become defensive, which is shown by the 7 of Wands and the 9 of Wands together. That's how I see it, at least. Okay, so this is pretty much what I have for you, and oh, right, I forgot. Let me read the description for your wisdom card. Okay, so you have by the way, these are really important, the direction cards, number 59. Number 59, which boils down to a number 14. A number 14. I feel like the Temperance card is going to be particularly important for you. But okay, let me see the description for this. Oh, look, it has feminine, spring, child, fire. I feel like this is connected again to the Leo energy, the sun energy, okay? I am the east, I am the dawn, I am the morning. It is with me that the sun is born. I bring illumination and creativity to your path each day. I am springtime, a time of new growth and beginnings. The bright yellow fire of my morning light lifts you beyond the mundane to a spiritual path of strength and intellectual growth. Quietly contemplate the child within and consider new possibilities. There is an inner need to share with others and to find things in common. Communication with others and with yourself should be as clear as my morning light. You can't just look, you must truly see. I am originality, I am clarity, I am the message. I am the fire within. Wow. Okay. Like, wow. I mean, it really just, I feel, confirms a lot of the things that I've said. This is why I love these cards. I mean, really, it totally confirms what I've said. You are meant to develop your originality, your creativity, and get in touch with your inner child. But I also stand by the other interpretation that this could be something like working with children or maybe having a child yourself. Okay, so this is pretty much what I have for you, and I hope you have enjoyed the reading. And if you have, please like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell to see when I will post a new reading. And also, if you're interested in a private tarot reading from me, please email me at the email in the video description. Okay, thank you.